Hey everyone, this is Chanel Brown reporting for the FabFem.com, and today I'm interviewing Kiarra.
Hi everybody.
Really, I want to get down to the bottom of who you are. And I know you're a lesbian. I know there's more to you than that. So
yes, much more.
Why don't you start off by telling me about your hat?
Okay, so I just graduated from CSUN, that's California State University, Northridge. I got my bachelor's in sociology and my minor's in Pan-African studies, and it's a really exciting moment for me right now because it was a long journey to get to this point. So I decided to wear my hat. I blinged it out too. I'll show you guys. So this is my hat. I feel like I had the best hat there. I just had to like take a moment to put this
You
up.
did. I was there and she really did. And it's such a girly thing to do to make sure that even the simplest things in your wardrobe like really represent you. Yeah.
I know. I just had to. I love my hat.
To have this interview without asking a little bit about your wardrobe. Like, what does your wardrobe say about you?
I do like the long nails and I like accessories and I do show a little bit of skin. And so I think that I always leave the house, I always have my makeup and my hair and my long nails and my jewelry, and it's just very, very girly and feminine.
I know that you also work. I mean, do you feel or find yourself in situations where you feel like you have to identify yourself? Like, let it be known that you're a lesbian? Or?
Well, in work in particular, not at all, because it's so, when I'm at work, you know, I don't know, I'm just so detached from who I really am as a person. I'm just like in robot mode when I'm at work, so I never have any issues with like having to deal with my sexuality at work. I feel like maybe if I dressed differently, it was more obvious in that I would be able to work with people or in an environment where I was comfortable being who I am, but I don't really feel the need to walk around expressing it everywhere I go. I definitely want my career, and like before anything, to be something that I enjoy doing. So
for me, it would be good. I know that I recently couldn't handle one particular job because I didn't feel like myself.
Yeah.
And I'm very opinionated. I'm quiet, but I'm very opinionated. When right is right, wrong is wrong. And
yeah.
I know that for my next move, I definitely want to be somewhere where I'm comfortable. Even if I'm not saying, hey, I'm lesbian, I still want to be somewhere where I'm comfortable, where
exactly.
if it did come out, I wouldn't be looking over my back.
Yeah, that's exactly, no, you put what I was trying to say like into better words. I definitely choose comfort over everything, you know, but I don't have to go around putting it in people's faces all the time. But yes.
Was there a particular experience or a moment where you were just like, this is me, deal with it? Like, because I know for me, being feminine, like, I always get questioned a lot, and I used to second guess myself. I used to second guess my sexuality. Like, maybe I'm not gay. Has that? What was that?
Oh
moment
my God!
for you?
Yeah, that moment was probably not too long ago when me and my girlfriend, you know, like we took it to the next level. We decided to move in together and really like build a life together. And you can't really do that and still be kind of like in the closet about it. You know, at that point, you know, people are going to see it on my social networks, and my family's going to know, and everyone's going to know. So I think meeting her and growing our relationship, it really helped me to be more comfortable with who I am and like have it out there more.
I love that. I love that. So do you feel like you've ever compromised yourself or had to kind of not disclose who you are in certain situations or with people?
Actually, yeah, all the time. I do think that because people tend to look at me and assume that I'm straight and have no like clue that I am in a serious relationship with a woman. I feel like I'm constantly put in positions where I just have to make a decision on the spot, like, okay, do I tell them or do I just keep my mouth shut? It actually happened at school. We were in class and the teacher started this lecture on homosexuality and homophobia, and he handed out these surveys to the whole class, and then he put like all the answers up on the board, like tallied up all the totals, And I noticed like a lot of people, like there was this one question, it was so silly to me. It was like, would you trust someone who was gay or lesbian to be like a Girl Scout or Boy Scout leader and have your kid like go to them, or would you trust a gay or lesbian person to be a teacher in a school? And I thought no one would really say, you know, that they wouldn't trust a gay person, but a lot of people actually did. And so I felt like, okay, like it's not, my sexuality wasn't something I had ever talked about to anyone in that class up until that point. But at that moment, I was like, I need to do this. And I stood up and I said, I'm a lesbian, I have a girlfriend who I'm in love with, and me or her would never hurt your children. And no other gay or lesbian person I know would ever hurt your children. And they were just like,
I can only imagine.
Yeah, like and you know, at the end of the semester, some people wrote letters to me, and some people came up to me, and it was just really cool because I changed a lot of people's perspective. And this one girl wrote a letter, and she just said that I changed her whole outlook, and it was just, and that moment in class was had a big impact on her life. And so I was like, okay, it was worth it.
Yeah, that's so powerful. I love that story. I got like chills. Like, it is so important to take over those small moments, and I know a lot of us don't, a lot of us won't, and we're all entitled to reacting however we want in these situations, but it, like, you wouldn't know. Yeah. You don't know until you try. You know, you give a voice to everyone else, and that's really what the Fab Fem and the Fab You is really all about, is, you know, having these videos. So maybe somebody out there, hey girl, is looking, and you see, hey, we're here and we're your support, and you know, we got love for you. Are you a spiritual person, religious? Do you feel like your sexuality has anything to do with that, or has it been affected?
I grew up in a Christian household, and my father is still to this day extremely religious. My mother isn't so much anymore. I would say overall I'm just a very spiritual person. Think that it's fair or it's right to ever use religion to negatively affect or judge another person. So for me personally, it doesn't affect me spiritually at all, because I don't believe that me falling in love with a woman is, I don't believe that there's anything wrong.
Such a fundamental part of who we are. Every person born on this earth, we're affected by it some way, even if you're an atheist. Now down to the nitty gritty.
Oh.
Kiarra, what makes you a Fab Fem?
Well, I would define myself as a Fab Fem because I have decided that I'm going to continuously strive to be the best version of myself that I can, and I will also continue to break stereotypes along the way. So I made a decision. I feel like it was that moment in class, because that was the first time I've ever really like stood up for myself like that in a large setting like that. So I made a decision since then that I'm always going to have a voice, and I'm always going to give my opinion, and I'm going to continue to, you know, express who I am and share with people who I love, to help the world be more accepting.
Girls out there watching us, or even just anyone in our community, something that maybe they should just remember or know.
I always say, well, I always tell myself, always choose happiness. So to me that means be yourself no matter what, and not just with your sexuality, with anything you do. As I grow, the biggest challenge, I think, just as a woman, and you know, definitely as a lesbian woman, is trying to continue to be myself in a world that's telling me that I should be someone completely different. And so I just think for all women out there, one thing I always remind myself is choose happiness, be you. You know, when you find yourself in different situations, stop, think about it, and ask why. You know, question things for yourself, and be you.